Nba2K19 파워포인트 키우기 9번째 편 진행해 보도록 하겠습니다. 지난 시간에도 마찬가지로 시즌 계속 진행하다가 골든 스테이트 워리어랑 붙었는데 크게 패했죠. 이어서 시즌 계속 진행해 보도록 하겠습니다. 그러면 세크라멘토 킹이랑 경기부터 진행해 보도록 하겠습니다.
My League is the ultimate sports game sample.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Sacramento, where the Kings will be going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Taking a look at the Lakers, more than solid play for them of late. 7 wins in their last 10.
능력치 키우는 거 포인트 좀 많이 있나 한번 볼게요. 1465포인트니까 아직 더 필요하니까 그냥 바로 코트 가서 경기 시작할게요.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Sacramento as the Kings take it to the hardwood. This is Kevin and we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer David Aldridge. DA?
Well, guys, with the way he has exploded on the NBA, AI might become a part of All-Star.
David, thank you for the update. AI very popular among the voters early.
And there's no guarantee he'll land a spot on the roster, but you can't deny his popularity with the voters. That does go a long way.
Well, for those teams already expected Clark to go deep into the playoffs on this time of year, how easy do you think it is to just go through the motions and maybe not tighten the screws as much as you should?
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I never had the experience of being a player on a playoff team, but I did broadcast a number of the outstanding Pacers teams, and it is tough in the long haul of the season for teams that are fighting for potential championship to stay engaged fully during the regular season. There is a period, and I think most really good teams will admit it, that they aren't as focused because they're excited for the playoffs to start. They just have to work themselves through those dog days of the regular season.
And now the Lakers starting group. AI is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Harris. Then it's Ball. And it's James in at the small forward position. Hield kicks to Giles. Fox passes to Bagley. And it's JaVale McGee with the rebound.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Good vision that time by Ball. You leave somebody open around him, and he's going to get the ball to him.
For Sacramento, they've gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Pass to Bagley. Launches a 3. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Yeah, and you know it, Greg. Oftentimes, you get that first one to drop, and your confidence rises like yeast. It's good to get into a rhythm at the start of the game, no doubt.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Pass to Bagley. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Bagley's got 5 points so far.
Boy, excellent recognition from Fox there, Kevin. Outstanding.
제만 스타 플레이어인가 봐요. 지금 저랑 승부하고
Ball
있는
kicks to Harris. To the paint. Here's AI. The shot, no good. So the Kings will take it the other way. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Yeah, their last outing was a rough one. Have to be careful of falling in love with that three.
And you know what, Greg? You can't afford to be a one-function offense. You know what I mean? You've got to be versatile. Got to spread it out and mix it up inside, too.
And he comes up with the deuce. He has 6. Greg, as we get closer to the halfway point of the season, it's clear just how impactful LeBron James has been on this roster.
It is night and day from the Lakers of last year to this year. This is just how much adding a player like LeBron can change your team. He just does so much and opens up so many options for everyone else on the roster.
4 on the clock. A nice shot by Bogdanovic. Bogdanovic has got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
They get it again, and it's McGee with the jam.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
Timeout is called. First of the game for Sacramento.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection, in a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned.
그대로 5점 앞선 상태로 이 쿼터에 다시 들어왔고요.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Healed outside. Passes it to Barnes.
스크린
Misses the 3.
3.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Harris is out there with ball, and it's LeBron James. Then it's AI, and it's McGee in at the center position. Second free throw, no good. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Warriors was superb. He scored 26 points, and there really wasn't much you could do to stop him. He shot it efficiently from both the floor and the foul line. His was the kind of all-around performance coaches love to see. It felt like he was a factor in just about every play. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Greg, something really stoked his fire. Man, there was no holding him back. And when a player is that locked in, you just got to sit back and enjoy the ride.
Fox kicks to Barnes. Nice open look, but it's no good. Los Angeles leading by 6. And for Harrison Barnes, the scoring forward out of UNC, said he wants to model his game, Clark, after Paul Pierce.
Hey, that's not a bad guy to look to model your game after, boy.
이제 뭐 따로 패스 요청 안 해도 비었다
he
싶으면 애들이 알아서 주네.
knew how to play angles. He could
나이스
get to
블록
his
좋았죠?
spots.
아이고
He was such a great
블록까지
mid-range
괜찮은데 제가 다시
develop into a consistent three-point threat as well. So I like that comparison or that aspiration for Harrison Barnes.
That one goes in. AI's got the lead up to 8 now for the Lakers. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Lakers?
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
LA's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Dishes to McGee. Back to AI. Uses the glass to finish the layup. AI's got 7 points for the quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Fox kicks to Barnes. Barnes with another miss.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Here's Ball. Fox with the steal. 56 seconds left here in the second. Here's Bogdanovic. No good from outside.
나이스.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
It's deflected, and they get it back. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
이 따는 것까지 좋아.
Harrison Barnes picks one up. For Los Angeles, they have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. First one falls for him.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Bagley, he's checked in for Giles. Brewer comes in for Bogdanovich. And Farrell subbed in for Heel. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. And Tavius Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Harris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Ball. Sacramento shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. The first free throw is good.
교체하는 거.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play, but the versatility he brings is special. Can guard a number.
So it's Los Angeles. 13 points up at the end of the period. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
감독이 지적하네요. 공격 주고 외곽슛 시도하게. 외곽슛 되게 많이 넣던데.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from AI.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Yeah, he squatted on that paint area and owned it, perfectly using his size and that soft touch inside. That's a heck of a combination. Strength, size, and soft touch. Nice.
Bagley and Giles, both former Blue Devils, are the 4 and the 5. Fox is at the point with Heel next to him at the 2. And it's Bogdanovich in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Fox kicks to Bagley. Fox passes to Bagley. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That is his first foul of the game. Sacramento with the ball. Down by 15. Bogdanovich, no luck.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Clark, when you played, you were dominant inside. Are you surprised at how perimeter-oriented the game now has evolved into?
No, not really, Kevin, because of the three-point line and what it means. The game was created as a game of putting the ball in the basket. Initially, it was by getting the ball as close as you could to the basket with big guys or drives, and now with the three-point line, shooting has become a premium, and it's really one of the great elements of the game for me, and I love the way folks are playing it now.
Defensive rules have sure made a big difference in this game, haven't they?
Yeah, great point.
Way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
So he makes 1 of 2 after the second one misses.
애들 다 당연히 들어갈 줄
The
알고
Kings trail by
그냥 가고
16.
있었는데.
He kicks it to Fox. Outside, Bogdanovich. Inside, here's Bagley. Got a hand on it.
나이스 블락 좋았죠.
Bogdanovich against LeBron. Out to Harris. Back to AI. Good. And a nice assist from Corey Harris. 22 points for AI.
Just really unselfish there. Harris is someone who knows when one of his guys is wide open.
Heel dishes to Fox. Fires at the elbow. Stolen by McGee. Down low, Harris. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Fox with it. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Time now for an injury report.
또 놓쳤다.
Now an update on Alec Burks from David Aldridge. David, what'd you find out?
And the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. We're well into this season, and that is the last thing this team needed. And that's going to make things much harder for them down the road. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Hopefully, we'll see him very soon. Los Angeles making a switch here. Stevenson's checked in. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at Boston, they're still holding top in that 5th position. Still trying to climb the ladder.
And when you look at Los Angeles, they've blown away the so-called experts' opinion. People who didn't realize how high their ceiling really
더블
was.
팁하더니 뒤에서 폭스가 뺏었네.
Healed the pass to Bagley. Makes it off the glass. Bagley's got 13 points.
And at this stage, this is where Bagley feels most comfortable. Knows he has the size and touch to score inside.
AI passes to LeBron.
르브론한테 중단이
Here's
잘못 줬네.
Bogdanovich. And Lance Stevenson pulls it down.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. They're finding lanes to the
역시
hoop now with
르브론한테 줘야 마무리가
consistency.
좋아요.
5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And it's
나이스.
AI with the rebound. AI's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Harris finds James. Here's AI. Yes, and it's
Nice.
LeBron picking up
Tough.
the assist. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Absolutely, Greg. They're getting crushed, killed, hammered, pulverized in the post.
Some changes for Sacramento. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Giles. Brewer comes in for Bogdanovich. And Yogi Ferrell. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the
4쿼터
Lakers.
끝나기 직전에 다시 들어왔네.
Guys, their play close to the
너무
hoop has
앞서고
been great
있으면
all
거의
game.
뭐 4쿼터는
Yeah, but
출전
they
안
also
하네요.
never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
And Yogi Ferrell, the undrafted Indiana product, went undrafted after staying all 4 years in Bloomington, but he has shown, Greg, to be a very strong player.
Yeah, and Farrell is the perfect example of why you give a 4-year player a chance. Knows how to make the most of his time on the floor. I think he could start for a team, maybe be the 6th man, lead the second unit, play off the guard. He is just such a versatile player.
So for the Lakers right now, AI is out there with Ingram. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Lance Stevenson. And it's Chandler in at the center. Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Koufis comes in for Barnes. And it's Brewer in for Ferrell. We know Clark fans want to see star players. That's been a hot topic around the league. The league has added rules, in fact, that now prohibit resting guys on certain nights.
Yeah, I think that's important that players have a real understanding of their responsibility. I understand trying to balance the rest versus the wear and tear of a course of. That's another reason I propose a shorter season. I don't think you'd end up with this kind of controversy or debate. But I thought the league was right in requiring, your responsibility is to play all the games you're available to play in, unless you're injured. And I think it's important that guys take that responsibility seriously. It's a responsibility they have to themselves, to the team, the organization, and the fans.
And Brewer kicks to Bagley. The dish to Fox. 5 to shoot. Lets a floater go, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Fox is so good at exploiting the pick and roll. When the defense goes under the screen, he knows exactly what to do. Burn them with the jumper.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside Rondo. Back to AI. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Brewer passes to Fox. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Well, congrats on the win. I'm sure you guys are building confidence, but it's early. And how much do those postseason dreams factor into what this team's doing right now?
I think it means a lot. You know, I think we want to bring a championship back home to these fans. So, are we going to do whatever it takes to make that happen? They deserve it, D.A.
Well, it's early, but, you know, it's okay to already talk about title if that's what you think. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA.
스폰서 계약에 불 들어온 거 보니까 팬 많이 모아가지고 그런가 보다. 아, 아니구나. 사인회 참석하라는 거구나. 이런 식으로 뭐 계약했기 때문에 사인회 참석하고 나면 또 회당 뭐 1,500 정도씩 이렇게 주죠. 네. 밑에 뜨죠? 근데 좀 귀찮은 게 저기 에이전시 사무실 가서 직접 받아야 돼가지고. 네. 다음 경기 바로 진행해 볼게요.
We look for the community member with the most.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Los Angeles Clippers. Well, for the Clippers, facing an excellent team on hostile ground, they'll need to play a complete game, start to finish. We'll see if they...
능력치 2600이면 한 번 더 있다가 올릴게요. 네.
And the Clippers as the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. With that road trip behind them, the Lakers ready to perform in front of their Los Angeles fans. And, of course, Patrick Beverly. Let's see how they continue to fare without him.
And as shocked as people are that they would trade away a player of his caliber, they didn't just let him go for nothing. I mean, they got a lot in return. I think it's a deal that's going to really help them down the road.
Here are the five for the Clippers. We've got Montrezl Harrell, Gallinari is out there with Wilson Chandler. Then it's Williams. And it's Gilgeous
보니까 LA
Alexander into the one
클리퍼스도
spot.
그렇게 잘하는 팀 같진 않은데 얘네도 이번
You know,
쉽게
Chris
이기는데
Parody, always a question, in this league and how you try to get teams to advance. But over a long season, it seems like any team can surprise you on any given night.
Yeah, almost every team has the talent that can beat you, especially in a one game. You must respect your opponent. Sometimes it can come down to schemes, coaching. Sometimes it can come down to just one bad shot. You can never underestimate motivation as a factor. And that's where the good teams separate themselves. Who can continue to have that same focus every night, and in the words of Coach Popovich, that appropriate fear of your opponent.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. He knows they have to dig in on defense. They're facing a really talented offense. He said if those guys get going, we're going to be on the wrong end of some long runs. We have to be disciplined, work together, and make those second, third, and fourth efforts on plays. Whatever it takes to get a stop. We'll see if they can get a win in this first matchup between the teams this year. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks as always, David. Well, they know what their toughest job is going to be today.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always hard to go up against a team that can light it up like this. You can't let them hit the ground running.
Yeah, easier to say than do. I mean, with the weapons they have, they force such tough matchups. It's hard to stay with them.
Kicks it to Harrell. Passes to Williams. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Chandler with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. The 15-footer. Williams' shot is off.
리바운드는 되게 많이 못 되나.
But you can't hit them all.
And slam dunk by Harris.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. And Williams, here we go. McGee with the block. They retain possession.
Well, that makes them 1 for 5 from the field so far. They need to start getting some better looks.
Ball with the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
A floater. No good on that one. And the Lakers going the other way now. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night,
이것도 바로 교체되네. 11점 차까지 다시 더 벌었어.
To stop the run. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Green. Lakers shooting impressively throughout at 62%.
Oh, man, I just love the talent and attitude of the young core of the Lakers. I mean, think about Ball, Ingram, and Kuzma. They all play with passion. This team has a bright future as the group grows together.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Wilson Chandler. Gallinari is out there with Green. Then it's Williams. And it's Temple in at the 2. The pass to Williams. Lets it go with a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter. And the Lakers youth movement, they were the second youngest team in the league last season.
Well, the Lakers front office has done a good job of making the most out of their draft picks. I mean, when you get steals like Kuzma and Hart late in the draft, you add so much depth to the team. Very excited to see how Ball, Ingram, Kuzma develop with this franchise.
And AI gets it to go on the assist by Ball. 10 points for AI. Well, in his first full season in the NBA, AI has certainly shown that he belongs in this league.
And you wondered if he would stick around after making a big splash in his debut, but he's put in the work and has shown that he isn't a flash in the pan, and he can bring a lot to an NBA franchise.
Harris passes to AI. That one off the back iron and out. Clippers trail by 8. Gallinari finds Green. Here's Temple. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Gallinari. Just 5 to shoot. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Well, that's giving him too much space from mid-range. It doesn't hurt him there, but they can't keep doing that.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Kings was all business. He scored 26 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. His was the kind of all-around performance coaches love to see. It felt like he was a factor in just about every play. Kevin?
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. He'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
I mean, well, it should have taken all the energy out of it. Should have taken something out of it, Greg. I mean, he pushed the envelope in every way that night.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Give the loose D an assist on that. Get a body on him.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. Defense, nowhere to be found. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
LeBron's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Los Angeles. And there were a lot of hidden gems, Chris, in that 2017 draft. And Kyle Kuzma is right at the top of the list.
Well, Kuzma was taken with the 27th overall pick, but he looks like a top 5 pick if you ask me. He probably was dissed for being a 3-year player at Utah, but that time in college allowed him to hold his skill set. I mean, he came into the league with a wide variety of very polished moves.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half. The feed to Green. McGee with the block. Ball kicks to LeBron. Left side Harris to the middle. A nice shot by AI. AI's got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Outside Green.
다시 11점차까지 걸렸네.
Down low and stolen by LeBron. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's AI. That one's not going to go. Great D that time from Green. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. To the wing right side. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And that... Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action. Foul. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Really an incredible game from AI.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
They've got AI. Harris is out there with ball, and there's JaVale McGee.
약간 좀 무리하시긴 했는데 잘 파울 얻어가지고 다행이네.
As we begin the second half. Chris, when you were playing, you moved between a couple teams. What's the hardest part about getting traded that fans may not understand?
One is your ego. You don't want to usually leave. If you didn't ask for a trade, you don't want to leave that town, that city, the fans, or your players that have become friends. If you happen to be a parent, think about it. Your kids may be switching schools in the middle of the year. What if you have a kid that's in his senior year of school and you have to be traded and you may have to take the family with you? So many just tough situations for individuals and for families. The bond you develop with fans in the city and players, members of the organization is very strong. And so it's a lot of times it's shocking and hurtful. It's how quickly can you adjust because that new team wants you and needs you back.
Good insight. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, the Clippers have hit the reset button, and you wonder how that affects their head coach, Doc Rivers. Now, he seemed reluctant to lead a rebuild with the Celtics, but he's on board doing it with the Clippers. Even though the Clippers relieved him of his title of president of basketball operations in 2017, Rivers has just signed a new extension that will keep him coaching the team for the next few years. Kevin?
Well, if nothing else, DA, he has guided them through some pretty dark hours. Thank you. The Lakers making a switch here. Ingram's checked in. Clippers trail by 11. Pass to Harrell. Here's McGruder, guarded by McGee. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Gallinari wide open. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Can't fault him for taking the three. He's that wide open. Can't pass that shot.
And that one's good. AI. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. The Clippers in the past few seasons, Greg, have completely overhauled their roster. They are making some serious changes here.
Practically nobody from the team 2 years ago is still with the franchise. It was a complete teardown, and they felt they needed to hit the reboot button. Jerry West knows what he's doing, though, and he's done this before with great success.
Shot clock at 5. Ingram outside. Off target from three-point range.
It's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide open three like that.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
다시 4쿼터에 돌아옵니다. 근데 14점 차네.
Right now, Green is out there with Wilson Chandler. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Williams. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point.
Look, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got time to find his rhythm. And if he does, they can turn this thing around quick.
Here's AI. Here's LeBron. Good work there as it goes. And the Lakers lead by 16.
The biggest fear any opponent has, I mean, watching LeBron go to work inside, I mean, you know what the results are going to be.
To the paint. McGee with the block.
이번 경기에
Here's AI. And he could not get that one to go.
이번 경기는 블록이 몇 개야?
And he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
That one is off. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And C-Web, so many talk about the 2001 Lakers and how they might be one of the greatest teams to ever play. You saw their talent firsthand. What do you think?
I think they had Kevin, a Hall of Fame coach, 2 of the greatest players to ever play the game, Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, and right there, that 15-1 in the playoffs, that's the gold standard. I mean, Kobe and Shaq were very motivated that year, and I think they're in the conversation for best team ever.
AI's got 22 points.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots. He kicks to him.
저런 패스네.
Doesn't go for him. And the Lakers take it the
덩크만
other way.
들어왔어 되게
They host the
완벽했을 텐데.
Kings after this game, and that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. And it's McGee with the jam.
Look at that awareness of ball. Fantastic at recognizing when his teammates are wide open.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Harrell, rebounded by McGee. McGee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Well, Kevin, you know, it's so many advantages you gain from being LeBron's teammate. I mean, first of all, you're going to be wide open because everybody's going to be trying to double team LeBron. I mean, you just got to be ready.
Harrell kicks to Chandler. Outside Williams. Back to Chandler. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. And it's AI with the rebound.
Jeez, maybe he was trying to show off or something right there.
I don't know. The one thing I do know is that he'll hear about that shot during the next time out.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 21. 1:49
플레이
left in
오브
the
더
game.
게임 뽑혔어.
And now we present our Jordan Player of the Game.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
.149 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Gallinari. And again, no good by the Clippers. Here's the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Everyone seems to suffer small injuries, C-Web, over the course of a season. Who does the best, you think, at battling through those minor bumps and bruises and injuries and still continues to play well?
You know what, Kevin? I can't answer that question because whoever does it does not let us know also that they're hurt.
They hide it. Yeah, good point. You're right.
Because the main guys that get through it, they're not going to tell you.
Good point. Temple gets the bucket.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout,
좀
big
좋은
time
것
dominance,
같은데.
and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so checking out their record tonight, that'll mark win number 32 overall.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for AI.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the
너무
basket seems as wide as a
어거지로 넣으려고 했기 때문에.
Pass to Temple. Here's Magruder. He's guarded by Stevenson. Magruder kicks to Gallinari. Just 5 on the clock. From deep. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one on Gallinari. Free throw good, AI.
오, 30득점 넘겼다.
That one misses.
하하. 근데 이번엔 자유투 성공률이 별로 안 좋네.
Gallinari with it. Wallace outside. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect.
다음 또 세크라멘토 킹이란 경기인데 아까 이겼으니까 그냥 얘네랑 바로 플레이 해볼게요.
Guess what? It's the moment.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Lakers going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Looking at the Thunder, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. And tonight, we'll be seeing Russell Westbrook.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. So for the Lakers, their last game, a loss to Sacramento. A real closely contested game. They couldn't come up with a couple of key baskets, and they lost by 3.
And with your defense, one part's your ability, the other though is effort.
오클라호마 시티 여기도 옛날엔 되게 몇 해 전까지만 해도 강팀이었는데 웨스트브룩이랑 토론토로가 그 파워포인트랑 그다음에
Inside pairing is Grant and Adams.
누구였지?
Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt, and it's George in at the 3 spot. Now we're right around the halfway point of the season, Doris. This is often when we see the better teams really begin to shift gears and surge ahead.
Yeah, we certainly have a better feel for who the contenders might be. We still have a long way to go, obviously, and teams will have some lulls and then some high points, and you've got to be able to weather all of those things. But the reality is we have a greater understanding of who has the necessary offensive and defensive components to compete at a championship level.
그래갖고 NBA2K 17, 16까지만 해도 모델 표지도 하고 되게 괜찮았었는데 멤버를 다 웨스트브룩만 남았나 봐요.
Here's Los Angeles now. I'd send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, we talked about his team's game plan coming into the matchup. I addressed the shot blocking and the demoralizing effect that team has, and he said that could be a factor psychologically as well as physically. The key for us is to play unselfishly, draw the help, and kick the ball to the open man. If we execute our offense well, we'll be fine. Kevin?
David, thanks. Sounds like he's prepped his guys on how to handle this opposing defense.
And no surprise there, because they're facing a team that can win games with its defense. They are an aggressive bunch from the start.
No, it's so true, Greg, because make a mistake, and this team will capitalize. They need to keep a tight handle on the basketball and limit their turnovers.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Adams kicks to Westbrook.
센터도 부상이네.
Lock at 6. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer. Westbrook's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And there it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
Russell Westbrook's mantra is, why not? Way of daring himself to greater heights.
I think, Kevin, in time, it became a way to build confidence to take on the world. That why not? Who says you can't? He lives by that maxim, and I love it, Kevin.
Here's George after the made shot from AI. Here's Ferguson, covered by LeBron for the 3. Westbrook missing again.
Well, it's been an up-and-down quarter for him on the offensive end. Mostly down, though.
Harris, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And that one's good, George.
How about the range? I mean, that's big-time, limitless range. I'll tell you, you better check him when he steps over the line.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And Russell Westbrook, he is a standard bearer for the Jordan brand with his own signature shoe, Greg. Few players.
와, 5점 차로 지고 있네. 그렇게 잘하는 팀 같지도 않은데 또 은근히 또
James against George.
잘하네.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by.
오, 이거
Back to
하는데
Grant. Pass to Schroeder.
아, 골탱진
Back to
거리다.
Grant. Here's the teardrop. Count the
야,
basket.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Harris is out there with ball, and there's JaVale McGee. Then it's AI, and it's LeBron in at the small forward. That's the Laker 5. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And yes, it's good. 6 points for AI.
And ball sets up his teammates when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Schroeder against ball. Grant surveying the D. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year.
And here we go. The first in what will be a 3-game
나이스,
season series
르브론 패스
between the
좋았다.
two teams.
You know, right out of the gates, one team gets a lead with the head-to-head advantage, bragging rights, if you will, over the other. And tonight, it starts.
Schroeder passes to George. Fires the three. The shot that time, not on target. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
르브론이 왜
To
그랬지?
the middle. Here's Grant. Oh,
나이스.
off the glass. Wow.
뒤에서
Here's
들어.
a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
나이스, 바스켓
Well, AI
카운트까지.
in their last time out against the Kings really lit up the floor. He finished with 30 points, and there really wasn't much you could do to stop him. He shot it efficiently from both the floor and the foul
2점 차.
line. He put up numbers that really jumped out in the box score. A very solid performance. Kevin will see what he's got in his arsenal tonight.
Hey, David, thank you. Any chance he can match that guy's net performance again here tonight?
I tell you what, I know he believes he can. His confidence right now is sky
또 참으로
high.
확
And he
견지는
doesn't
3점
think there's
슛이네.
anybody that can stop him.
Well, there might not be, because he's coming into this game thinking he can be just as dominant as he was the last time he took the floor.
네, 확실히 지금 9번 조금만 힘으로 막 밀고 들어가고 막 이러면 무릎
And it's
아파가지고
Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Passes it to Grant. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Lakers. Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Harris. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Westbrook's checked in. Markieff Morris is checked in for George. 1:05 left here in the second.
웨스트브룩 다시 들어왔네. 지금 3점 조심해야 돼.
Ball against Westbrook. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Ball. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
쿠즈마까지 같이 들어왔어.
Here's Kuzma. He has 5. AI kicks to Kuzma. Caldwell-Pope against Grant. It's stolen by Morris.
If they increase the tempo, they got a chance at a 2-for-1.
Right, you can't walk it up the court right now. You've got to act fast and be
오,
aggressive.
다행이다.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The Lakers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Ball. Noel's checked in for Oklahoma City. Felton comes in for Terrence Ferguson. In the corner, it's Felton. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook, but they get it back. From deep three-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that'll do it for the first half. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of it.
감독 지정하네. 그랜트 인사이드로 그렇게 쉽게 들여놓지 말라.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Really an incredible game from AI.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. The forwards, George and Grant. Westbrook and Ferguson, their backcourt, and it's Adams in at the 5. And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play, sponsored by Under Armour. Doris, look in your crystal ball. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the 2-3 best players in the NBA?
Well, certainly some of the names. I won't say this is a definitive list, but as long as health holds, I'm going to give you 3 men who are going to be bad men in the NBA for a long time. Giannis Antetokounmpo. Because the Greek freak is able at his size to handle it, take it off the window, and dominate action in transition. If he gets a consistent jump shot, forget about it. Ben Simmons, exactly the same thing. His passing ability is extraordinary. I think you'll see him get a low post game, and I think he'll get a jump shot. He will be on target. And one of my absolute favorites is Mr. Joel Embiid. Give it to you inside, give it to you outside. Mr. Embiid can handle it. He can dominate with his defense. Those 3 men are going to be all-stars for a long, long time.
Ferguson kicks to George. The pass to Ferguson. Grant outside. 6 on the shot clock. Kick out to Adams. George with the ball. Working on AI. Goes up again. Ferguson misses.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
There's the lob to the hoop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Westbrook finds George. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. 14 points for Paul George.
Well, how about that killer instinct? Paul George understanding he's got it going right now, very confident in his abilities.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
When you think about the Oklahoma City Thunder, you have to start and end the conversation with the historic regular seasons put on by Russell Westbrook.
오, 동점 만들었네. 내가 문제인가? 내가 나가 있으면은 따라잡는 것 같아요.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
You have to love the leadership of LeBron James. Is he demanding of his teammates?
지금 3쿼터 거의 막판에 집어넣는 거니까 4쿼터 풀로 뛰게 해줄 건가 본데. 점수 차이가 얼마 안 나가지고.
Now here's Felton, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. 5 on the clock. Pass to Westbrook for the lead, and good that time. Westbrook's got 7 points.
Even when the defender is present, Westbrook shrugs him off, and you call that elevation, would you not?
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Oklahoma. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. So the Lakers 5 right now. Rajon Rondo is out there with Ingram. Then it's AI. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's LeBron in at the 5 down low. To the paint. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got his 4th assist for that last one here tonight. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip.
Listen, if you're open, Felton will find you. He has just such a great feel for the game.
Pass to Kuzma. Outside Rondo. Back to Kuzma. Inside, AI,
Nice.
and the layup's good off the glass. And the Lakers lead by 1. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Here's Westbrook. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
뭐
He's been
잉그램 아니야?
heating it up
이렇게
since the
웨스트브룩을
break,
못
getting
막나?
some excellent looks right now.
주전 멤버가 아니네.
Rondo kicks to Ingram. Passes it to James. From deep. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Well, this is the classic hot hand, right? If he
아,
can keep it
좋았다.
up, their lead
이런
will be safe.
중요할 때.
Ingram against Westbrook. Bounce pass Felton. And it's Westbrook again missing.
He's cold from deep. 0 threes in the second half after hitting just 1 in the first.
오,
And he's
이게
good
연속.
on the 3-ball.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Thunder trailing by 5.
여기서 한 번만 더 막으면 이제
Decide to talk it over.
Yeah, you can't let this kind of run continue. Really need to go back to the basics.
No, exactly. I think it's impossible to let this momentum continue. Let's see what they can come up with in the timeout.
And some changes here for the Lakers.
와, 4쿼터에 다시 돌아왔네. 동점내 1분 45초. 아, 계속 뛰게 해주지. 체력이 좀 많이 떨어져 그랬나?
Well, you have to love his poise at the free throw line. He's never rattled, no matter how much pressure he might be under.
1:44 left in the 4th quarter. LeBron kicks to Harris over Westbrook.
아, 저 누구야?
Harris's shot is off.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly.
나이스. 오, 잘했다. 역시
You
누구야?
simply have to be more patient.
To the middle. James outside.
누구야?
Basketball. McGee in the high post. Lakers working the ball around now. Here's AI. Some solid defense
안
from
들어갔어.
Grant.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
And George kicks to Grant. The Thunder
Nice.
with another miss.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just
나이스. 오, 다행이다.
get some easy ones.
No doubt. You love seeing him knock down the clutch basket.
Ball against Westbrook.
웨스트브룩 잘 막아라.
There's 38 seconds left here in the
아,
4th quarter.
꼈는데. 그렇지.
Here's Los Angeles now. It's a 1-point game. LeBron passes to AI.
제발.
It's
그렇지.
Listen, we know that LeBron James can score at will, but he is phenomenal at hitting his guys with perfectly placed
방금
passes.
딱 쐈을 때 손맛이 아주 좋았네.
by Oklahoma City. They're trailing by 3. 26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan player of the game.
플레이오브 게임.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself.
방금 슛이네.
But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. And that has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Outside Westbrook. There's 14 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
막어.
Adams finds Westbrook. The 3 from George.
저거는
Misses the 3.
야, 막어.
For 3. Oh,
나이스.
couldn't make his shot go to force overtime. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close.
쉽게 이길 줄 알았는데 오늘 레네랑 되게 팽팽해.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for
저
watching.
뒤에서
So long,
블록 치는 거.
everyone.
Absolutely, yes, sir. I think it's definitely something we should talk about. Maybe Monday, yeah? All right. Yo, what up, Star?
You tell me.
Hey, I think the rest of the world just realized that the best talent is still homegrown. Go ahead and shower up. I got somebody I want you to meet.
What, now? We just played a game.
I wouldn't be asking you if it wasn't important.
뭐지?
You know, hey, just go on. Keep being that same kid I cracked over at Dykeman. I'll still come visit you when you're playing ball in Ukraine.
All right. Yeah, you cold dude. Who we talking to?
아, 쟤 내 에이전시인가?
Let's just say it's time to talk shoes.
오. 언더아머, 아디다스, 나이키, 조던. 나이키지.
Yo, are you serious? You got me a meeting with Nike?
Hey, I told you it was important.
Man, you could have said so from the jump, man. Give me 2 minutes.
Hey, I'll see you outside. This guy.
스폰서 계약. 오, 나이키.
Man, what's going on here, man? Why you get me all the way here? Well,
Will you just chill?
Am I flying home to
Will
get
you
a train?
chill? KD. What up, baby? Wait.
Nicky Strong, A1 from day one.
Hey, yo, AI, I want you to meet my guy, Kai Donaldson from Nike. He's also my college roommate and my back, all the way back up.
All right. Couldn't help yourself, could you?
Hey, man, context is important, man. Hey, look, I told you. This is the way right here. All right? What up, boy? Looking handsome?
It's good to meet you, AI.
Hey, man, good to meet you, too.
So Nick told you we want you to join the family?
I mean, he said we was going to talk to somebody. He didn't say about what.
Always with the theatrics?
I miss my calling him a movie star, man.
He's been in my ear ever since you signed you. It's always good to see it come up. Fans love the undrafted guys. More relatable, you know? Here's the thing. Guys like Kent Bazemore, Wes Matthews, those guys were steals. Diamonds. Then they got paid. That's when the expectations came into play. This is the last year on your contract, which means this is the last year of fans excusing a 1-for-8 night. After that, you gotta decide whether you're a role player or a legend. Nike's all about legends, man. Icons. And I could rattle off the list, but you already know. Other brands can promise a signature sneaker, the commercials, they'll break out the fancy PowerPoint.
Whoa. I think y'all need to stay away from PowerPoints after the whole Steph Curry situation. You know, just my personal opinion.
Mistakes were made. True. But you gotta ask yourself, do you have what it takes to be legendary?
바버샵에서 미팅을 했네. 이왕 미팅한 김에 저기 뭐야 에이전시 사무실 가서 돈부터 받아가야겠다. 그동안 그 광고랑 뭐 이런 거 했던 거 돈 받으려면 귀찮게 좀 저기 에이전시 사무실 들어가야 되거든요. 그래야 저기 뭐야 거래했던 돈들 받을 수가 있어요.
Hey, AI. Endorsement money's on the desk.
Oh, cool, thanks. You, see the game?
You guys are better than that.
I know. See you later.
자, 다음 나이키 계약 1협상 이벤트당 1600은 줘야지. 무료 농구와 뭐가 쓸려나. 됐고, 그 다음 뉴욕 닉스와의 경기.
That's all we have for you this season. Be sure to keep up with us on social media at NBA2K_2KTV. We'll have exclusives, dev tips, locker codes, and more.
Absolutely, and we'll also be bringing you special episodes throughout the summer from the NBA 2K League tournaments and NBA Summer League from Las Vegas.
Finally, if you missed an episode this season, again, you can always check us out and check out past episodes of 2K TV from the main menu.
Thank you so much for joining us all season long here on NBA 2K TV.
Have a great summer.
Season 5, it's a wrap.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith.
일단 능력치 좀 올려주고 8000 덩크 다 만땅 채우고 그 다음에 레이업 레벨도 올리고 세레모니 된다고? 그 다음에 나이키에서 신발 줬다 그랬는데 라코롬에 있다 하더니 뭐가 왔다는 거지? 장비 여기 액세서리 변경이 맞는 것 같은데 그냥 다 2K 신발밖에 없네. 일단은 뭐 신발은 그렇게 중요한 건 아니니까 신발을 신다고 해서 능력치가 올라가 그런 건 없어요. 예. 그냥 겉보기에 경기 중에 겉보기에 좀 그 나이키 신발 신고 있는 뭐 요 정도?
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Looking at the Lakers, they took the win in their last game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Trading blows in that one, they did win by 3.
You're going to win a lot of games when you can shoot the three ball the way they did in that one.
Well, you see the snowball effect here when they start knocking down those shots, and once guys get it rolling, it's just impossible for the defense to contain that kind of firepower.
Very little locked in at this point, Brent, but sometimes it feels like the best teams are just waiting for the playoffs to begin.
Well, there's always this idea about building up to the playoffs, and I think over the past 5 or 6 seasons, most of the talk that we have is about those teams being as healthy as they possibly can be. And I think that's the time in the season we're at now, Kevin. Make sure that everybody is 100% ready to go, not just mentally, but physically.
The coaches got to keep their focus, right? I mean, that's tough to do.
The coaches do, but the good ones start that process maybe in the last 15 games of the season to try to ramp things up so that guys feel ready to go once the end of the regular season.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And New York, looking at who they've got. Smith is out there with Trier. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Vonleh, and it's Knox in at the 3 spot. Trier, that's good.
And no doubt Smith has the vision. When one of his guys has a clean look, he's quick to get the ball to them.
LeBron kicks to AI. To the inside. The kick out to LeBron. Lakers passing it around. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And right in the teeth of the defense, making a statement early in this one.
Yeah, pinpointing the rim protection with that attack, and no one makes enough of an effort there to stop him.
Here's Trier. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And the pass to Smith. Pass to Knox from downtown. And it's AI with the rebound. Well, with the way his dunk went viral when AI was playing in China, you knew that he could draw a fan base. Now he's becoming one of the more popular players in the league.
AI has one of those personalities that just draws you in. Also, from what I've heard, he is very good at making time for the fans. So it's easy to see the rise in his popularity.
The shot's good from Jordan.
Yeah, you could pretty much say that DeAndre Jordan's going to get a lot of his points right there, trolling around the rim.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
DeAndre Jordan, so athletic for a player of his stature, Brent. The way he moves and elevates, simply amazing.
Well, that and the consistency with which a coach can pencil him in to the lineup. He's had tremendous durability. So many 7-footers have trouble weathering the long NBA season. DeAndre Jordan, not one of them.
Now here is McGee. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
You could stay active on defense. Good things usually happen. Right there, quick hands helped alter what would have been a sure 2 there.
Trier passes to Smith. Here's Knox. He's covered by Ball. And the basket by Knox.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's AI. Pass to James. Stolen away. Oh, and here we go. Knox has got it. The fast break chance. No coverage that time. Smith's got his first bucket in this one.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball. And how's that for some ups coming from that one?
Well, he is a rarity among NBA point guards in his ability to elevate.
Gotta love the fact that going vertical is a major part of what makes him so difficult as a point guard to defend, especially around the rim.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, you're just not going to win many committing turnovers at the rate they did. That was just outrageous.
So hard when it's weighted like that and you're competing and you're making mistakes, and then on the other end your opponent is playing flawlessly.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. Ingram, he's checked in for Harris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for...
다시 교체해서 나오니까 또 2점 차로 따라잡았네.
Here's Knox, covered by LeBron, takes the three. Trier, that's good. Trier's got 6.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line, or you risk getting hurt.
LeBron James is out there with AI. Then there's Harris, and there's JaVale McGee, and it's Ball in at the point. That's the Laker 5. New York leading by 3, and keeping us updated from the sideline. Let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Thunder was outstanding. He ended up with 19 points, and he did not miss a whole lot from the field. The basket must have seemed pretty big. And most important for him beyond his own individual performance is helping his team break its losing streak.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next one.
Brent, do you think individual defense is getting easier to measure with player tracking and advanced stats?
I don't. I think it's impossible for you to find some legitimate measurement of how much a player is truly impacting the game defensively. I think there's great indicators of combinations of players that are on the floor at the same time, that are working collectively and doing something to shut down another team's best offensive unit. But individually, it's so hard to just put a number on what a guy is doing in terms of his total impact defensively.
So the eye test is not on us now.
I don't think so. I think we're getting better at the defensive metrics that are being used, Kevin, and I think that clearly we can see with some of the best wing defenders in the league, a Robertson, a Covington, that they're able to control their man, a Kawhi Leonard. They're able to impact the game defensively, but how are we quantifying that? We need to get better with it.
And the shot goes in. AI's got the lead up to 2 now for the Lakers.
He's torching the D right now, hitting a high percentage of all the shots he's let fly.
Back to Vonleh, stolen by McGee. And here we go, fast break, and AI's got it. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Jordan at the elbow. Kicks to Smith. That's tipped. James with it. He had 13 points in the win against Oklahoma City.
Well, not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Knicks trail by 6. Smith the pass to Knox. Smith with it, now guarded by Ball. To the middle. LeBron outside. To the paint. Here's AI. It's rebounded by New York.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but man, that's an easy shot.
Knox the pass to Smith. This is it to Knox. Down to 5 on the shot clock, and Vonleh has it in the corner. Misses the 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
팽팽한 것 같아도 꽤 점수차 많이 벌렸어요. 8점 차.
He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
나이스 브라.
That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Vonleh. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. The pass to Ball. To the middle. Here's AI. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. AI's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Lakers.
축구.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Yeah, they matched up very evenly, and that's not a compliment to either side. Last season was a struggle for both squads, and now they're each looking to turn the corner.
And so we conclude the first half. Los Angeles.
그걸 감독도 제 외곽슛 자꾸 들어갔나 봐.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Really an incredible game from AI.
Yeah, good things happen when you maintain composure. Their shot selection has been extremely disciplined.
Hey, Greg, is there a shot that he's taken that has been out of the flow of the offense? I don't think so.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. Longley is out there with Knox. Then it's Smith. Then it's Jordan. And it's Trier in at the 2. Pushing their lead to double digits. 16 points for AI.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
You look at the New York Knicks, desperate to compete again and get themselves back into the playoffs. Remember, 1973, their last championship year. With the likes of Willis Reed, Walt Frazier, Earl the Pearl Monroe. Maybe they could use a couple of those guys now.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
You look at AI. And I'm sure he was hoping he'd be higher in the voting at this point, but the competition is so stiff this season.
It really is. I mean, there are dunk artists on just about every team in the league, and he's a heck of an athlete, but just hasn't separated himself from the rest of the competition.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
New York calls timeout. And since 1973, only 2 finals appearances for the New York Knicks.
Yep, 1994, they lost to the Rockets in 7 games. And in 99, that was the lockout-shortened season. They lost to the Spurs eventually on their home court in 5 games. No finals appearances for the New York Knicks in the new millennium.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the Lakers. Rondo comes in for ball. Intercepted. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Moutier kicks to Hazonia.
오. 야, 쟤 3점 쏘는
Back to Hazonia.
나이스.
And it's AI with the rebound.
다시.
AI's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside. Banked in off the glass. McGee's got the lead up to 12 now for the Lakers.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And now here's Hazonia. He's guarded by AI. The shot's good. Hazonia's got 4 points this quarter.
I can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. Like to see his guys step up a little more.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Let's talk about team defense, Brent. To develop trust, it seems like guys have got to communicate on the floor.
I talk to my friends often who ask me about playing in NBA.
오, 3쿼터 5.7초 남기고. 그래도 10점 차네.
5 seconds left here in the third quarter. The 3 from Corey Harris.
Yo, Harris.
Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
The defense has to be besides themselves. Their terrific shot to close out the quarter by him.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Kyle Kuzma. AI is out there with Lance Stevenson. Then there's Harris. And it's Ball in at the 5. That's the Laker 5. Here's Trier, guarded by Harris. Trier passes to Smith. Here's Knox. Just 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Offline with his 3.
Well, he's gotten shots up, but they're not finding the rim. The squad's suffering because of it right now. A bit out of rhythm.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Lobs it up for Jordan. Poked away. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Monday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trailblazers. And then on Tuesday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Knicks trail by 19. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Smith the pass to Trier. Back to Smith. 5 on the clock. Poked away. Stevenson outside. And again, it's the Lakers.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Well, that's the attack mindset with which they entered the game with, and I wouldn't expect them to let up now.
Smith against Ball. Now here is Smith. Not a lot of room. Down low. Here's Jordan. No good off the back of the rim.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
Here's Stevenson. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Jordan's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Smith the pass to Knox. Conley. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. Brett, they're always trying to make the All-Star game itself more competitive. Is that an important thing to do?
I don't think overall it's important to do it, Kevin. I mean, it is an exhibition. But I do like the attentiveness of the players over the past couple years talking about how it is they want to approach the game. It ends up being a high-scoring affair with a lot of highlights, but overall, it's not the most important thing for the weekend.
James checked in for Los Angeles.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Pass to Knox. He kicks to Jordan. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. About a quarter of the players in the NBA were born outside the USA. Brent, could that percentage swell to half within a couple decades?
I don't think we're ever going to get that far with foreign-born players, but it's exciting to see all the representation around the league. We've certainly had some standouts, and I'm a little bit sad that this year might be the last year we see one of the most incredible players, if not the best European player the league's ever seen, in Dirk Nowitzki, probably retiring in Dallas.
저거 하면 인센티브 들어오잖아. 야, 제임스 더블 클러치.
Here's Smith. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Ball kicks to James. Here's AI. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got his 7th assist here tonight.
What vision by LeBron, always willing to give up the ball there, just hitting a wide open teammate.
Smith feeling it out a bit. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
Yeah, I hope it hasn't gone to his head. He may be trying too hard at this point.
Trier passes to Knox. Drains the three-pointer.
Good decision to kick the ball out as the defense collapsed.
And here's the Lakers. They're on a 12-4 run right now.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for AI.
They looked aggressive on the offensive end, and that compounded into lots of great opportunities that he capitalized on.
2번만 더 넣으면 되긴 하는데 시간이 안
Smith
되구나.
finds Jordan. Here's Vonleh. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Developing quality moves inside. Vonleh has the length and power to do more of that.
LeBron outside. Here's AI. He can't hit that time. And New York the other way now. Here's Trier. Here's Knox.
오.
And the first one at the line is good. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it out tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps. And the execution was flawless.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by.
Thank you, Kevin. Congratulations. Defense, the catalyst for this win. Did you think it would take this kind of effort to get the job done?
No, you know, I really wasn't concentrating on any one thing coming into the game. But Coach did talk a lot about working together as a unit at the defensive end. And, I mean, maybe I gave a spark, but trust me, everybody was in on that act.
You guys look like you were on a string tonight defensively. Really looking good. Congrats. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long, everyone.
Exactly what